Hello and welcome to this video. I just shot the first video of the house tour, so you can check that out in one of the place pop-ups that is going to appear. And today I'm going to talk about making of the Ninaform magazine. So probably an unusual video for this channel, but I'm going to walk you through the whole procedure if anyone wants to do a similar thing, which honestly it's a lot of work. Trust me, it's a lot of work. It took me like 11 months or so just working on it, because I started with one program and then that program became just too difficult, or it just gave me problems, and then I switched to something else which became too expensive, and then I had to buy a different program, so which I finally used to finish the entire program. But let's move to my working area. And that is my working area. There's a heater. It used to be cold, but now it's kind of hot. So let's start by connecting these, and let's power it on. So this is my working desk. Again, Turkana, can't wait to go back, my favorite place in Kenya. And so let's dive into it. I have like a YouTube schedule that I was trying to create. So first things first, there is Figma. So Figma was recently purchased by Adobe, which is probably one of those things which you just hate, because I used to use Adobe, but then I stopped using Adobe because number one, it's very expensive, and number two, their programs, so some of them just keep crashing, it's quite annoying. But so Figma, so this is the first thing that I did. If you can see here, you can see this is draft magazine. I wanted to try and design the magazine using Figma, but it turned out quickly to be a bad idea, because you can see, for example, this text, there's no way for me to wrap text around, let's say, a shape like here, which is very annoying. For example, let me open the magazine program. Let me see if there's a place where I've wrapped text. So the thing I didn't like about Figma is you can't wrap text around, let's say, a picture or a frame. So you can see here, this text has wrapped around this image. I hope it's visible. So this is why I didn't use Figma. So Figma is basically just designed for collaboration and prototyping mostly. And so basically what I did is I tried to create resources, because the magazine has 4 sections. There's the travel section, there's the eat section, there's the stay section, hotels and stuff, and then there's like a lifestyle section of events and things like that. So I tried to first come with different color schemes so that you can differentiate whatever you can differentiate it, like visually from the magazine they look like different things but still on the same magazine. And then I populated some of the fonts, and then basically I started doing the magazine here, but then it quickly turned out to be a bad idea. So I did like the front page, advertising page, the editor's note. I hope it's visible. So I was experimenting with it, but then it quickly turned to be terrible. So I switched to what is called Adobe InDesign. So InDesign, I think, is they call it industry standard, Adobe InDesign, because InDesign is popular for doing with publishers, making magazines and stuff. And you can see Continue to Africa. You can't even pay for it from Kenya. Actually, you can't even pay for Adobe from Kenya. So I mean, if someone pirates it, I'm not saying you pirate it, but I think we will understand if you do. Maybe that's not something I'm supposed to say, but whatever, screw Adobe. So this is Adobe, which it worked well, but then it was $59 per month for the creative oil, because I was using it with Adobe Premiere Pro. But then it just became too expensive for me, and I was like, no, there's no way I can afford paying almost $60 per month. And so I switched to Affinity Publisher, which is what I finally used to design the whole magazine. So Affinity Publisher is also sold But the good thing that I liked about it is you could just purchase it directly from the App Store in the Mac store. I'm using a MacBook, so at least I could go to the App Store and buy it. And I think there was an offer, 50% off. So I think I got it for like $39. So I ended up getting Affinity Publisher and Affinity Photo, which is like a replacement for Photoshop. I also bought Lumina Neo, which was also an offer for like I think another $30. So basically I replaced all my Adobe products. So I stopped using Adobe completely. I don't have any Adobe item here. And then I got DaVinci Resolve. So this is what I've been using to edit videos. So the last maybe, I don't know, 5 videos on my channel, this is what I've used to edit. It's quite a steep learning curve, but yeah, so far so good. And yeah, back to the magazine. So that is the front page. Let's just go through it maybe. And then I got my friend Collins to send me like an advert of his business. You know, I try to reach out to different people to see if they can contribute whatever they have, and I can also put their business like a free marketing thing. You know, maybe it's a win-win situation. Yeah, so basically that's it. So there's the travel section, stays, eat, lifestyle, and hopefully over time I'm going to get more articles so that it's a bigger magazine where the information on it is more timeless. You can look at it maybe 2 years from now and be like, oh, this information is still relevant. So that was my whole logic behind it. You know, businesses come and open and close, but yeah, still I think there are places where they just exist for a long time. And yeah, a magazine like this can help you research places. So you know, there's interesting stories like, did you know there's a rhino cemetery where rhinos are buried in Olpejeta? So yeah, if you didn't know that, a good reason to download the magazine and know. This is a picture of Nairobi skyline from the top of KCC. You know, this several, street tour, 10 things to do when you're just walking in Nairobi quickly. You know, some images that I took over the years, a quick budget itinerary, and yeah, you know, travel tech you need. So yeah, basically I'm hoping this is more factual and more, you know, useful. Oh, like I loved writing this story, which is called Rurashio, the process of dowry negotiations. You know, Kenyans know Rurashio. Foreigners maybe they don't know what Rurashio is, which is when, you know, a man wants to marry a woman, you have to negotiate for dowry, pay cows or goats and whatever, which it can actually be actual cows and goats, but you can also convert it to, you know, you can attach the cows and goats to a monetary value. So yeah, I loved writing this article. So yeah, please be sure to read it, and then you can leave comments below. You can reach out on Ninaform KE on Instagram. Yeah, national park review and many things. So if you're a business, I have a travel classified section. Please give me your money and then we can put your business here. You know, it can accommodate several, I think 4 times 4, so 16. So different businesses, whatever your business is. You can also get like a, you know, a half page, or you can get like a quarter page, you know. So yeah, there's space for different businesses. Yeah, there's the hotel section, the stays section, reviewing different Airbnbs, like the Champagne Ridge, which you can watch the video. Again, you can watch a video about the Lamu and the Velo house, which is a very nice house, 400 years old plus. A lot of history. This is a picture from Scotland, the recent trip I went to. This picture, I want to print it and have it on this wall here. So I'll have like a huge picture there of this. I think this is the perfect photo to have there. Yeah, so different things, food, places to eat, like the Tai Chi restaurant, which is in Sarova, very nice food. The rise and rise of Somali themed cuisines for the people who love Pronto, Kilimanjaro. I'm a big fan of those places, you know. Thank you, Regan, for your recipe, and also thank you, Luther, for your recipe. You know, yeah, please download the magazine. It's 100% free, and be able to check these things out. There's a classified section if you have a restaurant, if you do deliveries, such kind of things. Yeah, I'd love to have you there. Thank you, Shori, for the beautiful picture. Again, you know, a review of some albums. Thank you, Phyllis of Beers and I, for the article on, you know, a tale of local beers. Yeah, that is Sharon. So yeah, make sure to follow her on Instagram. Her account is Shori, S-H-O-R-H-I-E. Yeah, gracing the magazine and giving it life there. A story about Brooklyn Boys, East Baka West to London. That is the recent album they launched. Advert area 5 must-watch African movies. Road trip playlist, which I think you guys might love, and then the story Gengeton and the elusive Kenyan sound. So like I did a video about Gengeton a few years back, so I wrote like a story about it also. And yeah, that is pretty much it. You know, it's like 100 and something pages. The whole full magazine is yeah, what is the last page? That is 106 pages. Yeah, so that is 106 pages of content, which I wrote like 95% of it. I took pictures of like 95% of the whole thing. So yeah, I'd appreciate if you could download it. I'd appreciate your feedback. Like, you know, don't hold back. Go through it. Tell me like, oh yeah, you know, you like this, you didn't like this or that. And yeah, I'd appreciate any feedback on this, because it's something that, it's like a baby, you know. I took a lot of time working on it. Like I was stressing so much working on it, while at the same time maybe I'm traveling somewhere. My computer died, the one that had my files. I had to go to some places to redo again taking the photos, and I'm basically not going to make any money from it because I don't have any advertisers, you know. So maybe from the second one onwards. But yes, be sure to download it. And again, it's not going to be like a Kenyan focused magazine only. Like the first one was, yes, the dedication to Kenya, because I've traveled a lot in Kenya. But I'm planning the next one. I'm planning to incorporate places like, you know, Rwanda, Tanzania, Uganda, you know, moving on slowly to other African countries and even other Western countries. So yeah, it's not purely like a Kenyan thing, because, you know, I don't think you should limit your imagination to just traveling inside Kenya. Yes, this is where you should start. You need to understand your home, so that when you go outside and you meet someone asking you about a place in Kenya, you're like, oh yeah, I know that place. You know, you can tell them one or two things about the place. So yeah, it's important for you to travel your own country first before exploring other areas. And basically, I think that's it. I'm hoping this, yeah, this is the second video I'm doing from the house, and probably the last in a while, because I want to get started on a challenge called the 7 Mountains Challenge, where I'll be like, I want to climb several mountains. I want to start with Ngong Hills, go to Mount Kilimambogo, climb Mount Longonot, climb Mount, is it called Mount Mpesa, something, I've even forgotten the names. But yeah, it goes on with the escalating heights until I do Mount Kenya. Yeah, Mount Kenya, I think Mount Kilimanjaro is my limit for climbing mountains. I don't think I want to climb anything higher than Mount Kilimanjaro. I think it's 6,000 meters high. Yeah, personally, it's not like I'm very fast about climbing, but yeah, I think Kilimanjaro is my limit. Like anything above that height, I'm fine with flying with the helicopter. So like Mount Everest, I don't think I'd ever want to climb Mount Everest. I'd maybe just want to go there and reach the base camp, or maybe like a higher base camp at maybe 5,000 feet high, 5,000 meters or 6,000 meters. And that's it. I have zero interest in climbing higher than 6,000 meters. Where I have to start carrying like oxygen and whatever. No, zero interest in that. So congrats to those people who do that kind of thing. All the best to you. For me, if I have a helicopter or a drone, I'll just fly that up there, get the pictures, and I'm done. And yeah, enough of this rant. So again, lastly, let me plug the magazine, download it in the description, and see you outside somewhere. Until next time, bye.